looking deep down the left side. Mendeville into the end zone. Touchdown! Down the sideline, still falling to the house. And the players streaming from the sideline to celebrate with 17 seconds left.
Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of BVarsity Live. I'm Zach Ewing, along with Trevor Horn here at the downtown Bakersfield, Californian studios. It's Thursday, September 17th. We're motoring right through the fall sports season, Trevor.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, what was it, the 17th? Is that what you said it is? I don't listen to you, so yeah, we're getting along. It's fun.
This is who I have working for me, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly who I have working for me.
Quiet, John.
What did John say?
He said 4.
Yeah, I don't have ears in. Anyway, we have a special guest on the show, one of our favorite guests from last year, and she's back. She's a sophomore now. You're a sophomore now? Junior. You're a junior now. You were a sophomore last year. Lexi Keene from Stockdale HS Golfer. See, I'm getting old because I forget all this stuff. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Lexi, get on that mic, please. Make it your friend.
Yeah, we have to talk right into these mics, or all we hear is everything else. You
Don't
also
break
see
it.
BG down there, big gorilla, our buddy, Trevor's buddy, really. You should see the things Trevor does with that gorilla.
That sounded really bad, man. I don't know if I like that.
Maybe I wanted it to sound really bad.
Oh, gosh. Explain yourself, son.
Oh, I don't know. Hugging, holding hands.
Creating
what else do you do with
an
it?
Instagram account for.
Yeah, you'd cart it all over the city.
I was
and
really bored this summer without any games or things or features to ride or anything
Is
like
it
that.
true that you used that gorilla to pick up your girlfriend?
No, I did not do
I'm
that,
gonna go ahead and
honey.
start
I'm
that
sorry.
rumor right now.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, let's we're off the rails already. Let's get back on track.
It's Lexi's fault.
Lexi, you've obviously been golfing all year long. I know that's what you do. The high school season's back. How is it different to golf in high school season again, rather than go around to tournaments on your own?
I think the main difference between a high school season tournament and an outside season tournament is that high school tournaments, I'm out there representing my school. I'm out there working as a team, and I've got 5 other people there also playing as hard as they can for me. So I've got to do my best to help them out.
So when you're looking across fairways, you're hoping hit a good shot, where in a tournament you might be looking across fairways. Not that you'd ever root against anybody, but if somebody hits a bad shot, you say, okay, I can gain one on that person. Like that sort of attitude.
I wouldn't say that's the case, but if you would like to think of that.
Yeah, well, anyway, you're competing with them rather than against them, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, this year's kind of fun for you, too, Lexi, because you have 2 cousins.
I have 2 cousins on the team this year. It's been quite an adventure, but I love it. I love going to practice every day, and not only I've gotten closer with my cousins, but that family atmosphere has transferred over to the other girls on the team, and we're actually really close. It's been really nice.
Are they both freshmen then, or?
No, one's a senior,
Okay.
one's a freshman.
They just didn't play before.
Casey was on the team last year, Casey the senior.
Okay.
She played last year, and then Colleen's an incoming freshman, or now she's a freshman.
Okay. So three from the same family, essentially. Do you guys, like on these van trips, are you wild and crazy, that sort of thing, or does it get?
Is that
are
even
you
a
pretty?
question?
I wouldn't say we're a wild bunch,
might be
but we
focused,
definitely
you
keep
know.
things interesting. You know,
Yeah.
I think we're a fun bunch, and I think it keeps things upbeat. And
Has Coach threatened to pull over? Don't make me pull over this van. Has that happened yet?
no, that hasn't happened yet. Coach has been very mild, I shouldn't say mild because he's like the Energizer Bunny, but
I was going to say, can you see Nick Kaiser really getting upset? Because I don't see it.
That's true. How is having Nick Kaiser as a coach? He came over from Frontier. He's got a lot of experience.
Right.
Played at a very high level. How is that translated into your coach?
it's been really nice. You know, I think Stockdale kind of has that legacy, that reputation of having a great coaching staff, and I think Coach Kaiser is a great example of that. And he works very well with players of all levels, and he just keeps things upbeat and fun and positive. I think positive is the word for that.
Are you happy with how you're playing?
That's a good question. I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily happy, but I'm not going to complain. I think that in my last couple tournaments, I've left a couple strokes out on the course, but I'm slowly getting closer to where I think I need to be, and I'm just waiting for that time where everything kind of comes together and hopefully that happens in the postseason like it has the last 2 years.
Yeah, it seemed like last year you started out really well and then maybe went through a lull mid-season and then picked it up again.
Right.
Is that something that's happening this year, or have you started? Maybe you started a little bit slower this year, and now you're building towards it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of tough to answer that because I think that I'm at a different place in my game than I was last year, and I'm really focusing on growth. I think this season I've been paying a lot of attention to just growing as a player and keeping the big picture in mind instead of just playing week to week.
Sure. What is different in your game this year?
I think I'm a little bit more consistent. I think I've gained some more consistency, and I think I've just grown up a little bit and been able to maybe control some of my thoughts and think through some situations a little bit more thoroughly than I have before.
Is that just emotional maturity, like just being able to take the ups and downs a little bit more evenly?
I think part of it is just playing in enough tournaments and getting to the place where you can think your way through sticky situations instead of like imploding.
Yeah.
Well, and you told me a couple weeks ago that I think you and Coach Kaiser both said it, where kind of taking on a leadership role has actually helped you as a golfer too, because you see the errors of other players and you're talking to them about making the change, and you turn around and go, wait, I can make that same change too. Has that leadership role also helped you out as a golfer?
Yeah, I think that being at practice and having these girls that are new and they want to learn and they want to know things, when they ask me, it's like a review. Like I get to look back through all of my knowledge of what I can do, and showing them also reminds me of how to do it. And like it just basically it's like leading by examples. So I'm providing an example for those girls to learn.
More important question, what kind of music are you listening to lately?
I was actually listening to The Killers this morning.
All right.
While I was getting ready for school. You're giving me the
Killers remind me of my college days, actually.
Me too.
Yeah.
Are those not positive days?
No, that was a good thing for me.
No, remember I spent 6 years in the Air Force, so my college years are the same as your college years.
Right. Yeah, you were the old man in class, sitting in the back row.
It was three of us. Relax. Get over it.
You were kind of the weird guy.
You were the guy that went to bed at 10 instead of 1 a.m.
How did this start?
Okay, give me something old school though. I mean, what's?
I'm still on the Fleetwood Mac.
Okay.
I'm still on the Fleetwood Mac. I'm still on the Guns N' Roses, the Metallica.
Are these like match day songs you listen to, or do you change the?
I kind of change it up, like some days I'm feeling like a Rolling Stones kind of vibe, and then other days I'm feeling more modern, listening to some Ed Sheeran, John Mayer. John Mayer's my favorite.
I feel
John Mayer, but John Mayer and John Mayer trio when he's playing blues, not John Mayer when he's making top 40 hits.
I just think John Mayer is a fantastic artist, let alone hands down. That's
I like
how
John
it is.
Mayer. I just like Wonderland. It's just you hear it 1,000 times.
You better watch out. You better watch out. She's gonna come after you.
He's got some great blues, and that's.
I love blues.
Yeah.
I do. It's one of my favorite genres, favorite types of music. So I agree with you on that.
I got an idea. Let's have all of our because Lexi was our golfer of the year last year. Let's have all of our athletes of the year pick a song, maybe two, and we'll create a BVarsity soundtrack at the end of the year.
I'm good with that.
Let's do it.
All right, and then we can guess which one's mine.
Well, yours will stick out. I have a feeling.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Lexi, you have to perform and be our golfer of the year this year.
I have to perform?
It's not a given. These aren't givens.
True.
Yeah, that's true. Lexi was our golfer of the year as a sophomore and is hoping to do it
And
again.
also as a freshman.
Two times. Wow. See, I even picked you as a freshman because I was the proprietor then. This is how old I'm getting. You lead the SWIL with a 75.0 stroke average this year. Any tournament stick out as you've played really well in the high school season?
I'm really proud of the way I played at Sundale this year because it was one of those days where I showed up and nothing was really like clicking. Like it was okay. Like it was manageable, but it wasn't what I wanted it to be. Like it wasn't like I was hitting it perfectly, but I still managed to shoot 72, and I was 2 under in my last 4 holes to shoot 72.
And that's got to feel pretty good to know with your B- game, say, or whatever, you can still shoot a 72.
Right.
Now, you say things haven't quite come together. What part of your game is lagging right now that you're still working on?
I don't want to say that any part of my game is lagging. I just think that some parts are at their strongest point when other parts are not.
Right.
I'm waiting for the day when like my ball striking is on point, but also my putting and I'm making putts and also hitting the ball well all at the same time. That's when the magic happens.
I feel like a couple years ago when we talked, you'd really only started golfing for a couple of years because you were a competitive dancer more than you were a golfer.
Right.
And then you get into golf. Now that you've been in it for a while and you play, I would guess almost every weekend and that sort of thing, do you like it just as much? Do you start to feel that burnout? I mean, what's your attitude towards the game?
Honestly, I hear people talk about burnout, and I don't even understand what they're talking about. I look at them like, what are you saying? Because
Let's go play 18 more.
right. I think that I'm enjoying the process more. I think I'm working on being less result oriented, which has made it a lot more enjoyable for me. I think that I'm enjoying the process a little bit more, and I've been really working on my game recently, and I haven't been feeling that burnout, and I think that's part of the reason.
This is a personal question because I have a problem with this myself in my golf quote unquote game. What is the angriest you've ever gotten at a golf club, and what did you do to it?
Have
Actually,
you roried a 9?
Or do you not do
I've
that?
never damaged a golf club, never thrown a golf club out of anger, never snapped a club.
Wow. That's impressive.
I'll implode. I'll beat up on myself
Right.
mentally, which is almost worse. But I've never damaged a club.
What would Dad do if you damaged a club?
Has
Your
Dad
mom's
damaged a
over
club?
here laughing about this.
I think my dad. I don't know. I think he might have thrown. I don't know.
Maybe
don't-
in his younger days.
Maybe in his younger
Yeah.
days, but
And
I don't.
For those that you don't know, Jim Keene is our father, athletic director, Stockdale, longtime golf coach in the Valley. So.
But if I damaged a club, if I broke a club, or my dad might just take them all away.
Really? Wow. What about
Or he
Bryce?
might make me pay for it.
Because this is a family. This is a family. For her older brother, Bryce was our boys golfer of the year a few years before you got in high school.
Right.
Does he have the temper, or are you guys all pretty even out there?
Bryce has a little bit more of a temper than I do. I'm not going to throw him under the bus and say it's bad because he's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
But definitely not the same temperament.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
you ready for this, Zach? A feel old moment? Bryce is now working on his master's at Johns Hopkins.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
So is he going to go be a doctor? Is that the idea, Johns Hopkins?
He's actually getting his master's degree in finance.
Okay.
Yeah, but tell us.
He's going to help all the doctors manage their money.
So obviously, once he's done with his master's, he's going to go and enlist and be an officer in the Navy. Tell us what he's going to be, what his career field is in the Navy. This is incredible.
Well, his title is a nuclear surface warfare officer, and he'll be on a minesweeper ship stationed in San Diego, and he'll be going out on the ship that finds mines in the ocean and disarms them and gets rid of them.
Is it anything like the Minesweeper we all played on
No.
the computer growing up?
I
And how many people ask that question? I love that.
I've actually never been asked that question. That's a good one, but I doubt it's anything similar.
Like they don't have to play that in class to like train. That's not
Probably
part
not.
of it. I don't think.
I
You
don't
got to
think so.
You have to harvest. Don't you have to harvest things in that game? I mean, it's like
No.
It's like
You
living
just-
life.
You look at the numbers. You must be thinking of something else. I'm
Oh,
talking
no, I'm
about
thinking of
the
Minecraft.
Windows-based
That's
game.
Minecraft,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking of Minecraft.
yeah.
That's
I'm
my
not-
little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a Minesweeper nerd, not a Minecraft nerd. It has a little number and it
Yeah,
tells you how many
yeah.
mines are around. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's one of those. And then you can set the number of mines so that
Is
there's
that
like
on like Windows 95? How
there's
old
like
are you?
97 mines
Oh my
in
gosh.
like 105 spaces, and so you can like
John, go to break because
Anyway.
he's just killing me right now.
we're off the rails again. Lexi, you want to come back for another 15 minutes?
Yep.
Let's do it. We'll come back on BVarsity Live right after this.
Cool.